Hello everybody and welcome to Comic Time. I am your host, Rainbow Red Panda. I just got back from the comic book store and I got a few things. My list wasn't very long this week and I actually have a lot of things that I didn't get just because I was unsure of. A lot of number one issues came out today. So instead of just buying them like I normally would, I thought I'd wait a little bit and maybe do some research online. So here's what I did pick up. I got the all new X-Men, which I'm excited to read this because one of them kind of turns to the dark side, and I'm excited to see which character that is. This came out last week, I believe, but it is My Little Pony. It's the Micro series with Rarity. I got the second Invincible Universe, the second Thanos Rising, which this one was, I really enjoyed the first one of this, so I'm really looking forward to the Thanos Rising. Age of Ultron was back this week, so the new Age of Ultron came out. These two also came out. One came out last week, and the other one came out before it. Amala's Blade. This is issue number 0, and then I also got issue number 1. Their shipment, for some reason, was a week late on that, so I got that today. I got the second BRPD Vampire, which this is something else that came out last week. Their shipment was just late on it. And then the ones that I'm really excited about, the second issue of Polarity came out, which I really like this first one. It's kind of about like a guy with bipolar disorder and just all the things that he does and his decisions, and I don't know, I really enjoy it. The last Snapshot is out. I'm kind of sad to see this series end, but I am excited to see how it ends because it has been a fairly interesting story to me so far. And then probably my favorite one, I really didn't expect this to be my favorite one of the week, but I really think it's going to be. It's kind of controversial a little bit from what I've read. I haven't read the comic yet, but it's going to be one of the first ones that I read for sure. The new Superior Spider-Man came out. And if any of you guys read this, the confrontation, I guess, between Doc Ock and Peter Parker internally in his brain will be solved this week. One of them, I guess, is going to prevail. So it's kind of the most controversial since the 700 issue of The Amazing Spider-Man. So if you guys are Spider-Man fans, check this one out. Okay. Other things that came out today that I didn't get, the new Red Sonja came out. I haven't read that series. I kind of look at it every once in a while, but I haven't read it. The new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Color Classics came out. The new Red She-Hulk, which I haven't read that. I haven't even read the regular Hulk yet, so maybe one day I'll battle the She-Hulk. But right now, I'm still trying to read the new Hulk. I do have the number 1 Indestructible Hulk finally, and I haven't read it yet, but I will. And then the new Legends of the Dark Knight came out also. So those are some of the things that came out. Some of the other things that I had on my list that I didn't get, Mr. Eviction number 1 came out. I have not. It looked kind of interesting. I might order it. The Movement number 1 came out. Suicide Risk number 1 came out. 10 Grand number 1 came out. The Black Bat number 1 came out, and then Shadow Man number 0 came out. And one of those, I don't remember which one, it might have been The Movement. One of those is a DC title, and I was kind of surprised that my store didn't just carry it, because they usually carry a lot of Marvel and DC without even it needing to be ordered. But they did not carry it, so we'll see what happens with that. But I might go back and order those on Friday, but I did not receive those. So if any of you guys did get those and you liked them or you didn't like them, let me know so I know whether I should order them or not. Okay, a couple of the things that happened this week so far in comic book news. The major one for me is, like I mentioned, if you watch my C2E2 videos, Paul Cornell, who writes the Wolverine, along with some other comics, he had a major announcement for C2E2 regarding Wolverine, and it was a crazy announcement. Wolverine has been known, besides for his little claws, he is like indestructible pretty much. He's not killable. Like, you can do anything to him and he just heals and repairs himself and he's all better. Well, now, starting in Wolverine number 7, he is going to be killable. Wolverine Killable, and it's going to go on in the Wolverine comic and in all of the comics that Wolverine is in, which I believe is 22 of them, if I read correctly. So we'll see what happens with that. Paul Cornell, he's gotten a lot of positive feedback and he's gotten a lot of negative feedback. He doesn't really care. He's like, it's to be expected. I mean, it's a major change. It's a character that is very well known. So we'll see what happens with it. I like it in a way, but I'm also kind of sad in a way. Like, I don't want Wolverine to die, so I hope that even if he is killable, he is not killed off, because I couldn't imagine it without him, but we'll see what happens. I'm interested to see what Paul Cornell does with it. I'm not exactly sure if I'm excited or if I'm not excited, but I am interested to see what happens with it. So that's what the major thing for me that happened. Also, today DC introduced a picture, little sketch of the new villain in the New 52 universe. It is Lady Vic, who will be dealing with Batwing, I believe. So look forward to her soon if any of you guys are interested in that. Okay, so it is 78 days until Comic-Con. My bunny's got a hold of this one, so it's a little chewed up. But it's 78 days. Recently, they have started announcing people that are going to be there, and I'm very excited about it. Their list so far has been amazing, and I can't wait to see who they add to it. Some of the people that I'm excited for is Brian Michael Bendis, who does the Age of Ultron. He also does the all-new X-Men, so he'll be affected by Paul Cornell. He also does a few other things. Jerry Conway is going to be there, who I'm excited about. Adam Hughes, big one for me. Terry Moore is going to be there, so I'm going to get a lot of my Rachel Rising stuff signed, and probably some of my Strangers in Paradise stuff signed as well. Mike Norton is going to be there again, so I'm very excited about that, to get to meet him again and have him sign other stuff. And this time I'm going to get a sketch. I'm trying to decide exactly what I want him to draw me, and I'm going to get a sketch, and it's going to be fantastic. Also, earlier Mike Norton tweeted a picture that 4-Star Studios took at C2E2 of him and at C2E2, and in his line I'm like standing there, so I'll probably put a link on there of that picture, because I thought it was awesome that like they just randomly took a picture and I'm standing there in his line. So I'll tweet that picture. And Jim Lee is also going to be at Comic-Con, so I'm very excited. And also, since being at C2E2, I'm thinking about changing my cosplay from Adam Eve to oh my gosh, Poison Ivy. I just totally had a moment. Poison Ivy. I'm not completely certain about it yet, but I'm thinking it's going to happen. So if you guys have any thoughts about that, if you'd rather see me as Adam Eve or as Poison Ivy, let me know. But I saw so many Poison Ivy cosplays at C2E2 that I'm just like, that is so awesome, and I want to do it so much. So we'll see. I haven't started working on either one of them, but Poison Ivy I could do myself, and I could make my own costume, whereas Adam Eve, I might have to order it and have someone make it for me, because I'm not sure about all of that. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Also, Free Comic Book Day is this Saturday, May 4th, which is this Saturday. I know, like, in the beginning I confused all of you with saying that it was in April, because, I don't know, I had a derpy moment and thought that May was April. But it is this Saturday. I'm so excited. A lot of awesome comics come out that day. I'm mainly excited for The True Life of the Fabulous Killjoys #0 to come out. And if you're in New Jersey for that, one of the writers is going to be doing a signing at one of the comic book shops. It's not Gerard Way, but it is someone, and I wish that I was there to go to that, but I'm not. So go for me and have fun. But it's going to be on Saturday. My comic book store opens at noon, so I will be there at noon, and whenever I come back, I will do a special Saturday edition of Comic Time to tell you guys about Free Comic Book Day. And that's almost all that I have. My cupcakes for this week. I have the very littlest one, which I am going to give to the all-new X-Men series, because someone is going to the dark side, and I really want to know who it is, and I'm really excited. So I'm giving them. My cupcakes are kind of controversial this week, I guess, so I kind of gave them all to things that are in the headlines for being kind of controversial. So all-new X-Men, they're bringing a good guy to the dark side, and that's definitely controversial, so they get my first littlest cupcake. My next one is going to the Superior Spider-Man because of the controversialness of the Doc Ock and Peter Parker storyline. So we'll see. I almost think that Doc Ock has to win, because otherwise if Peter Parker wins, like, doesn't he just go back to being just the Amazing Spider-Man, or has he learned something from watching Doc Ock take his mind over? I mean, has he learned something, or is Doc Ock just going to win? I don't know, but I'll find out. I won't spoil it, though, in case any of you guys don't want to know. And my biggest one goes to me for the biggest shocker. Paul Cornell, you get this cupcake because you are making Wolverine killable and people have opinions on it, and that is awesome. I think that anything that makes people have an opinion is awesome because we all have opinions and you should all get to share them. I think that's about all I have. I got some other things at the comic book store, like I finally have replaced my answer number 3 that got chewed up by my bunnies. So this will be going away. It will go in my bedroom with all of my other comic books once I get it bagged and everything, and they're not allowed in my bedroom. So this will not be on my table for them to like pick apart and chew again. So I still have my damaged one. I was going to like give it to Mike Norton at C2E2. I didn't have time. I also finally got the 7th All New X-Men. I, for some reason, didn't have issue number 7, so I have it. And then I also rebought Wolverine number 1 by Paul Cornell. Since he signed my other one, I wanted one that I could read and lend to people. And I think that is all I have for you guys today. If you want to, leave a comment. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook and find me on Twitter. I'll post the links to those below. I'll also post the other links that I mentioned earlier on. And that's all I have for you guys today. So bye!